Hello again, Chris, and I'm going to be continuing on with my Ori and the Will of the Wisps playthrough. So, in the first video, I got through the prologue. I got through just the first night of the storm. We're separated from Ku and Naru and Gumo, and now we just have to find our friend, we have to find Ku, which is like our little sister, and just find the Guardian of the Marsh. So, we're going to continue on till we get there. It's a little bit of a trek. But without further ado, here we go, getting back into the game. So, Inkwater Marsh. And just continue on. Yeah. As far as Metroidvania games go, this should be the top of everybody's list. Like this and Super Metroid are just way, way up there. And actually another one that's good too is Guacamelee. It's kind of a Mexican-themed one where you use wrestling and martial arts to get through the game. Yeah, so even these guys that are a bit of a nuisance, if you use the upward thrust, you can take them out fairly easily. So right now the only abilities we have are just the Spirit Blade, and that's currently it at this time. So we are going to be coming across another one pretty soon. So with this rock, you just have to be careful that it doesn't crush you, but push it onto that platform because we're eventually going to get double jump and get over there. So we head to the left now, and the tree is around here somewhere. Oh, we have a little bit of a test of our skills. So these jumping demons are not too bad. We got them down. Alright, so one down. And two down. Alright, so they thought that they could ambush us, but we know their game. And nothing there. So yeah, just constantly check any areas that you think might have, like, just like with Metroid, the secrets are all over the place. So here's our first, well, our second power-up. This is where we get the double jump, and just every ability unlocks so much for this game. So now we can jump twice, and there is an ability that you get a little bit later that turns the double jump into a triple jump. And now we have sticky as well. So it works very much like the moss that we saw earlier, where now instead of constantly having to jump, you can just move up and down the walls. So it's a very useful ability. And with that, it unlocks much of the world, but we can't get back up there yet. So we have to go down a little bit. I took a hit there. And you can set the numbers that you see to off as well. But I prefer having them on just because I like to see the numbers. If it's either like a big collection of the spirit orbs or a small one, and most of the time it's small. So now with the double jump, whoops, go all the way over here again, and no, just barely missed that jump. So you can see that he was about to fire his projectiles at us, but with the upward thrust, we can stop him in his tracks. And we had to come all the way over here to pull the lever to take the stone down. So let's get this guy along the way. I know, it seems like I'm just this violent little light spirit. But attacking those demons is fun. Even though this game's a couple years old, I still really like the way that the combat is. Right, so just be careful here, because if you're not careful when you're pushing that rock, and I've seen it happen where some people, like, there was a video where somebody doing an immortal run, and they were pushing that rock a little bit too quickly, and it kind of went up one way and then fell on them, and that was the end of their immortal run. Oops. Alright, so took a little bit of damage there, but I recover pretty quickly in this game. And up we go. So now we have one keystone, and the other one is just near the door. We've already been there, so we have to keep heading upwards. And we can ignore him for now. But we can take out this demon, and our health is back up to full. So we don't really need the blue one. Although it is useful to destroy these lamps because they do have spirit light energy in them. So, the map shows that we have to head, I think, just east. So when you come across water that's a bit deeper, if you knock any enemies into it, it will finish them off. Whether it's these guys or it's the big ones that you come across later. If you can knock them into the water, and the hammer does that pretty well, then you can basically take him out really quickly. I like how they've added the animation where he's actually throwing the keystones in. It's been a while since I played the first one, but I think they appeared in the door. Here at least you have the animation that shows that you're putting them in. Alright, so what do we have down here? Let's be careful. Yeah, you definitely don't want to touch the water here. I think there's another accessory up here as well. So up we go. And these guys here, the ones that look like slugs with eyes, whoops. They are very explosive. When you actually finish them off, if you're close to them, that will take you out pretty easily. So I took more damage there than I would have liked, but if we go up here, we can get our first life orb fragment. So you can kind of see that when you pick it up, it's only half the tree there. That's without picking up how you can tell if it's a fragment or if it's a whole one. So he's down, and there we go. So now we are almost at the... We're getting pretty close to where we get our third ability. Okay, so just keep going up, and... Do I need any health? I can't remember if I was at full or not. But, it doesn't matter. It's not like getting extra health hurts. And we can knock them off the ceiling with a good upward thrust. Okay, so we can't make that jump yet, but we can get through here and down. We've already been there. So, these things look pretty familiar to the first one. You would use Stomp to take them out normally, but I don't believe that in this game we get Stomp. I think the hammer does have an ability to knock them down, so when I finally get it, I'll check on that. And now we have our first full life cell. So, it definitely helps to check little areas along the way. And I probably should have done the upward thrust for him, so I could have taken him out before he used his projectile on us, but back up to full health anyway. And we're at 4 full bars now. Okay, we've already got that. And, oh, here's a monkey, ready to talk to us. Are you a spirit? Then tremble, spirit, you stand before Mock the Brave. It's not very convincing, I know, but I am brave. Or I would be with a trophy. A trophy like a howl skull. Or just a fang, if that's too heavy. I heard the howler fighting to the east. Maybe it dropped one. So, the howler is the thing that the wolf that we defeated. Okay. And now that we have the double jump, we can easily make our way up. And we can go into Howl's lair and get his fang. So when you get charged, you can actually come back here, and I believe that there's an energy fragment up top, but right now we're just getting the Howl thing. So you can see the poles sticking out there. It's just right now we can't really do anything. There is actually a way to get it a lot earlier than if you were to wait for getting dash. Once you get the sentry, should be getting that pretty soon. there's actually a way to get a really powerful jump going, so once I have that, I'll show that move off. Ooh, real Howl Fang. None will doubt mock the brave now. This is for you. I am brave, but I am also generous. So a Kwolok ore. These are used to repair a lot of the structures in... I can't remember what it's called. It's essentially the town that we work on building up in this game. So we're not too far from there, but you need 40 Kwolok ore to fully repair it. And that has that you get throughout the game, so there's no way to get to it early. I think the last 3 are in Shriek's Lair. So we have Reckless. Reckless is one I don't really like using too much, because it does make for a good class cannon build, but it also means that if you take any damage, it's going to do a lot more to you. So this is where we get our other ability. This is Regenerate, so in the first game, it was really difficult to restore your health. You pretty much had to make sure you were avoiding all the hits. In this one, you have Regenerate. So you're all set to go. And now that we have that, we keep going onwards. So back out the door that we came. I think this was, yep, that's where Howl was originally. And with the storm gone, all these creatures are starting to appear again. Alright, so there's not really a lot that we can get. Actually, I think maybe we can get the energy one here. Oops, maybe not. Can we break this down? Nope, we can't break it down. It is tied to... How does this one open? I forget. So the lever for that has got to be around somewhere. But I don't think there's really much we can get at this time. So we're just going to continue on with the game because we don't really have the abilities to unlock much down here. Right. So yeah, there's nothing there really for us. So just keep going left and then knocking me up into the air. I don't think the weapons really get that much more powerful. I think most of your damage increases come from just leveling up essentially and getting accessories to help you. Alright, so we do come across our friend Lupo here, who gives us all the maps. So he does sell them for a little bit, but they're worth getting. After all, rumor has it you're looking for a friend, and what's better for finding things than a map? So yeah, I would definitely always recommend purchasing these, because once he gives it to us, much like how in Metroidvania was, it would have the unexplored areas as blue and the explored areas as red. Here, they can do a lot more. There's quite a bit of technological advancement. So you can see that the map is all grayed out in unexplored areas, and where you have explored, it's nicely colored in. Even though it's blue, which you'd think would be harder to notice, you can clearly see the difference from the areas that are explored. So, Lupo is your map guy, and now with that done, we continue on. So we are already encountering many more characters than we would see in Ori and the Blind Forest. So these lamps, once you get Bash, they become much more useful for getting around. What Bash does is it's essentially, it's kind of like a parry if enemies attack, where if you hold down the button, what you can do is kick off from the enemies, and you can use the momentum to either jump higher into the air, reach areas that you wouldn't be able to reach before, or you can use them to just kind of kick them away so you don't take any damage. Either way, you're going to avoid the damage if you're careful with Bash, but I like using it to kind of get... It really improves the movement a lot. So, just plowing our way through Niwen. And let's see. So this is where we encounter our first little guy here. Alright. So this is Ophir, I think. Come to see the view? Splendid, isn't it? The Wellspring in all her magnificence. A whole generation of Moki have come and gone since the old mill's wheels last turned. So you can see the old mill in the distance there. It's the area that when we were flying by on Ori, you can sort of see that in the distance as well. And they say an impressive... Okay, so Shriek interrupts us. That is our main adversary for this game. Much like Kuru, she's dangerous. What's Shrek doing all the way out here? Something must have stirred her from her roost. Some threat, perhaps? Not you, Shirley. You look harmless. We should fix that. Luckily for you, I just happen to be a weapons master. Interested in honing your skills? I can offer a deal on your first purchase, so choose wisely. Alright. So another difference between the difficulties is the cost of things. So normal, these cost 400. On hard mode, they'd be 600, and on easy, could be 300, could be 200. I honestly couldn't tell you. Never played on easy mode. So Sentry is the one we're going to go with, because I'll show you in just a minute why it's so useful. Alright, so he does recommend to go into a spirit shrine, but what we're going to do is put Sentry as Y, and so you can jump a little bit higher. Yeah, you can see that the jump is definitely a bit better. So always pays to keep your energy up pretty high. And let's... Okay, so I think because of the double jump, I easily avoided something there. And I got the spirits. Oops. Okay, so I managed to avoid the spikes when I was getting the orb, and then the guy hit me, and then I hit the spikes anyway, so... Not a good turnout there, but... Now we are almost to statue. So this is where we get encounter some more Moki. So this is Kwolok's Marsh, near the home we left behind. Silent Woods. So Ku is all the way in the Silent Woods, and we get a little glimpse of just where he woke up, where she woke up. So she's all alone there, and I think she's even younger than Ori was when Ori went on his first adventure. All alone, with a broken wing, just in the middle of a storm. And you see the feather flying out, so Ku hopes to get it, maybe in hopes that she can fly. Kwolok is kind. Kwolok will help. So they set us on our way. And this kind of opens up the path to the statue. So in order to open that, we need the statue's eyes, which we'll talk to the character up ahead. I'll let you know that that's the only way to open the statue, so talk. Her gets around. The gaze of the great Kwolok admits only the worthy. Or so the legend says. Of course, this isn't Kwolok, it's just a statue. Come to think of it, it doesn't have any eyes either. How's it supposed to gaze at anything? Some legend, blah. Alright, so we are at least able to lower the water, and that helps open up the path for us. So it doesn't look very healthy. I mean, it was kind of purple and bubbling. I think there's actually something here, is there? Nope. Nope, nothing there. So I like how it has the little effects of after the water goes down. Those guys explode once they hit something, so it's best to avoid them. And now that the water's down, we can go down here, and if you actually jump down, you can get to an energy cell fragment, and that's our first one. So The more energy we have, the better, but now we also see our second spirit tree. So we can absorb the lights. And I'm going to set the bow to D for now. Mainly because I plan on using the sentry jump quite a bit. It's really one of the most useful abilities until you get launch, which doesn't happen until mid to late game. Oops. I am just not very good with the wasps sometimes. But luckily I have regenerate, so. I like the little wheel that they have as far as setting your abilities. But there we go. Finally got the wasp down. So now that we have that done, we can proceed with this part here. And every statue kind of unlocks a little platform for us to go on. Oops. Oh, good. We got rid of him easily. Okay, so we only had to hit the door once for this part because the door doesn't close. So we have our first keystone. And there's another wasp around here, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe that was the wasp that we got rid of just a second ago. And there we go. So the second door is open, and we have our second keystone. And I don't think we can destroy this wall here. Nope. Alright, so now we return to the statue. And always make sure to get plenty of the spirit energy. Just because you definitely need it, so. With the two eyes, we approach the statue, and they fly into the eye sockets by themselves. There we go. Okay. Who knows how long it's been since he's opened up his mouth here. No amount of mouthwash in the world could help with that. So, here we have another character. Twylin. Ooh, the glowing stranger my customers speak of with such awe. Tell me, is it unusual for your kind to fall from the sky? I have met many curiosities in my travels, after all. Yes, some fall, some fly, some prowl, some slither. But all are customers, you see. Just customers who want spirit shards. Okay, so we can check out the original shard, like the new ones that we don't have yet, and also the upgrades. So he has these upgrade several times. So you could have, if you have this equipped, you could have 3 additional energy cells. This one would give you up to 3 additional health. This one would be good for taking out those wasps. This one has a 10% chance to deal 50% bonus damage, and it upgrades once, so you could do 20% chance to deal 50% more damage. Swap energy and life, I don't know if that one's really that useful. And overcharge, it sounds good, it reduces your energy cost, but it increases your damage taken, so not really the best trade-off. And then if you use the R key or the L or the R or the L button, you can switch between the upgrades and like the new shards or the upgrades that you currently do. So Reckless would upgrade 2 times, so 25% increased damage delta taken, and I think that goes up to 35 at level 3. Magnet increases the distance that orbs fly to you, and Resilience 10, 20, possibly 40% less damage. But we don't really have enough to get much that we need, so we're just going to skip that for now. And this block here does go down, so let's see if I can actually get the... There we go. There's the jump. Okay, so it's much easier with the hammer. Yeah, if this block goes down, then... like, if you get hit by it, it would crush you in one hit. But you can easily avoid it, so... let it go. If you aren't good with the jump, what you can do is just kind of climb up, or maybe not. If you're careful, you can climb up it and just get up to the life orb this way. But we don't have to because we use the... Not really a cheat, but it's just a little technique. Much like how Metroid has a couple hidden ones there. Alright, so now we keep going across, and we have to get up there to lower the water a bit more. Oh yeah, that spear jump is insanely useful. And the hammer, I think, sends you much higher. I believe with the sword you can go... You are a spear, yes, I have seen your ghost. No, it is true. There is a place where ghost spirits run and play. I tried to race them once, but I am not so fast. So the spirit trials really put your abilities to the test. Let's see. Okay, so there's this guy here. Best way to take him out would be to try and land here, and there we go. Got him in one hit. And there we go. What was I saying? So yeah, the sword takes you up about 25 units. I think the hammer can go 25 to 29, so it's easier to do, and it's a much higher jump. So the area that we have to, so we have to hit this light here, but we're not going to be able to get that for a little while. So we have to unlock a couple new abilities, and in order to do that, we have to go down here. So, okay. Down we go. Down to the pits. And there we go. We hit that one. So it's easy enough to just... These guys are worth a good amount of orbs, and the orbs fly to us, and we just have to make sure that we are careful. Yeah, I like how Ori is so much more acrobatic in this one, doing a handstand on the pole here. How very confident of you, Ori. Alright, so we are going to that one. There we go. We got rid of that guy pretty easily. So we also have to hit this orb up here, and this slides the platform underneath the rock, and then it slides back after a second, and then we just move the rock over. So we're just going to push you, and just be careful so we don't get accidentally crushed by it, and then we just lower that one. There we go. And then once that's done, what we do is we just lower that one, and then this one goes automatically, and there we go. Oh, we actually have to move the rock over just a bit more. So the rock goes on this platform here, and it opens up the door that's, well, isn't currently there, but it was there. There's currently nothing here that we need. Alright, so continuing on. That wasp one actually is looking better and better all the time. Oops. Get up there. Oh, I was actually supposed to use that one. This lousy slug ruined my really good smooth looking playthrough. Right, so there we go. Right. So now we can lower the water just a bit more with that lever. And I like how they have the crystals all over the place, because in this game you can go through a lot of spirit energy. So what is down here? Yes, right onto the spikes you go, and get away before he explodes. sometimes the Spirit Blast is a little bit harder to use. So it doesn't always pay off. I'm much better at using it with the hammer than with the sword. I probably should have got the hammer instead, but oh well, too late now. I need, I think, 600 for the hammer. And I'm probably not even close to that. But the sentry is very useful too. There we go. That's a much easier way to take out the wasps. Alright, so we can actually get this spirit light here, so that's 50 more, and we're up to 332. So I don't think we're going to be getting the hammer just yet. But now we can actually get back up, and let's see. So what is the next step? So now that the water's down, we can return to the beginning here, and so 337. Oh, we can actually get another item from down here. I think it's another energy cell, or maybe it's spirit light. I can't remember. But okay, spirit light. So 397. So we're still a little bit away from that 600. If we can get the hammer, we're golden. And take out you. Right. So we still have a little bit of ways to go before we get to Kwolok. We can take out a couple enemies along the way. And I believe we get dash from down here. Oh, and here's another wall that we can break through. And this is where the energy cell was. So now we have even more energy to work with. There we go. That takes care of that. And let's see. So I don't think there's anything here we can really get. Is there? Oh. Alright, we don't have enough energy to do the spirit jump up there. But if we could get up there and actually hit the lever there, then I think on the other side of that is another accessory. I just don't remember which one though. Right, so we can't get up there yet either. Let's go down a little bit more. So we are just pretty close to where the charge or the dash is. So you see a lot of areas here that it looks like you can't quite make the jump. But we're almost there. Sometimes the place like this is a little bit clunky, but it's fine. And how are we doing for health? I think we're still pretty good for health. Just go up here. And this is where the pedestal is. So if you find the start, like this is the end for the spirit gates, that's the beginning. So if you find the beginning, you can't really start it until you find the end. Right, so we have plenty of energy now. So let's use regenerate just to get our health back up, and then back to setting B as the arrow. We have our first little enemy here. And you can easily avoid him, but we kind of want the spirit energy, because if we can get up to 600, we can get that hammer. And I think there's a few spirit containers around, so we only need about 100 or so to get there. And back up, and there we go. Right, so here is... Here is the dash tree. Alright, so this unlocks a really useful ability for getting around, and I really like the animation for when you get a new ability. So, blue energy just going from the tree to you, and there we go, dash. And you can even dash in air now. So go all the way across, and don't forget, there's a giant spirit light container there. There we go, so we do have 600. And let's take on these guys. Even though there's nothing really down here to get. But this guy's gonna jump and try and attack us. But he doesn't stand a chance. Or he is well prepared for your crazy tactics. So with the dash, now you can go so much further. There we go. And up we go, and over. And there's actually something up here as well. So, yep, there's another spirit light container. You can never have too much spirit light. There's actually an ability that you can get a bit later that it's the more spirit energy you have, or spirit light you have, the more damage you do. Oops. There we go. Finished him off. Alright, so with dash, now you can get to these areas a little bit easier. And another hidden area, so I was worried about getting up to 600, and now I have over 700 of the energy. And there's still a few little areas you can get on the way, going up, that might give just a little bit more. So, if we can get to Ophir again, then we can get the hammer, which is going to be really useful for an upcoming fight. So, avoid him with dash. He always tries to get you as you're going over. Alright. And he falls into the water, and then we get a few spirit light from him. If we get close. Or maybe we don't. Huh. I would have thought we would have got some spirit light from taking him out. Oh, up and up and up. So there's nothing really to get here. And just make sure you avoid him because he explodes. And we can get to Lupo. With some careful dashing. There we go. So we're at Lupo. Welcome there. Welcome to Kwolok's Hollow. Here we're in the domain of the great Kwolok, guardian of the Marsh. Thanks to his care, why things have hardly changed around here since the decay. Yes, I think we will purchase another map. Okay, so that unlocks. So you can see the spirit trial is just north of us. Whoops. So if you hold down Y, you can see the text for everything. So what we want to do is we want to get back to Ophir. So it's a little bit of a trek. It is worth it though. And there's an energy orb down there, but definitely not going into the water. finish off those annoying little wasps. Okay, so we do have the energy. I think what I'm going to try and do is get the extra item that you can get from over here. So, can I do it? Okay, so I did get the door. Perfect. And because of that, I got, what was it? Quick shot. This one I don't like so much. Like, I like being able to aim the bow, but with quick shot, you can't really. So, even though I got the accessory, it's not one I really plan to use, but I got it just for collection's sake. So, up we go. Now we need to get all the way back to Ophir. Is there anything over here? Nope, nothing over here. Alright, so it's a bit of a trek up, and we can use dash to quickly avoid those guys and get some more spirit energy, and should get that one. Nope, didn't quite get it. Okay, actually we can go this way, actually. Alright, so now we made it up there, and up we go. I don't think there's really anything to get over in the corner there. Nope, so we go up a little bit further. And before we proceed to the boss, we're going to get the hammer, because I really like the hammer for that guy. So to him out, how far? So just straight across. Okay. Okay, did I die there? Huh. I think the block might have got me. Huh. I'm not sure. It actually looked like the screen blacked out for a second, but I'm not sure if that was a block or something else. There we go. You're down, Wasp. And just a little bit of distance to Ophir. No, don't hit there. Okay. I was afraid I was going to hit spikes or something. There we go. Yes, we're improved. Okay, so it's 800. Okay, so I can just kill a few little enemies. Right, so how much are you worth? 6, so I just need 5 more points. So actually, we can come down here, and I think there's a spirit energy or something down here somewhere. So this is one secret that I usually end up forgetting about till it's too late. Well, not too late, but... Okay, what is here? So... Whoops. Alright, this is... Yeah, there's definitely a few things here to get. So, just quickly go up, and... So we got another Kwolok ore. And can we destroy him? Alright, good. We took him out. So now we have 800. Whoops, go down, Ori. And there's just a couple things to get down here. Okay, so we can use the one to go up. Okay, so we cannot get that ore yet. Or maybe we can with the jumping one. There we go. Okay, so now we have the other energy cell fragments. And just a little bit of careful movement here. Okay, so now we want to go down, actually. So down. Get this, and... Okay, so I think there's a life orb at the end of here. Okay. Yep, there we go. Alright, so we have more than enough spirit light energy now. We definitely need a dash to be able to come here, so it was good to backtrack just a little bit. And there is a spirit race up ahead, but we're not going to bother with that so much just because it needs a couple extra abilities. And those we don't have yet. So just backtrack and... Actually, I probably could have opened up an easier passage through here. Yeah, might as well go do that now. Okay. No. Oops. I almost screwed that up when I was backtracking. Okay, so use the jump. And go up, and... Can I actually get it? Okay, so rumor investigator. Okay, I'm gonna give the combat shrine a little bit of a try. This one's not too difficult because since you shouldn't really be that high level anyway. But the sentries make short work of the Wisps there, and a couple jumping creatures. This one, I believe, is the one that leaves the shock. Nope. Okay, he doesn't leave the shockwave. There we go. Alright, so they're dead. And this is the one that leaves the shockwave. Yeah, you definitely have to avoid that one. There we go. Alright, so every time you come across one of these combat shrines, you get a shard slot upgrade. So now we can equip 4 shard slots. And we have only 2 equipped, so let's get resilience and yeah, we'll put reckless on. We don't really have a better option at the moment. Okay. Alright, so what is up here? Okay. And some life orbs and oops. Okay, can we get this guy to jump on this platform here? Nope, I guess not. Alright, so there is something... Yep, there is. I knew there was one you could break. Okay, so there is another spirit well. But we're not going to bother with that yet because we just don't have the items. And... just backtrack a little bit. So we can just get to Ophir. And Ophir is somewhere around here. Okay. Ophir is to the right. To the left, sorry. But it definitely helps not to rush. Alright, so now that we've got him, let's get our Spirit Smash. It's an amazing weapon, and Sentry... Okay, so going to switch to the Spirit Smash as my main weapon now. And that is right here. So... there we go. Nice big jumps. So that's going to make all the difference in this game. And now we head to the first actual boss. There we go. It's a much slower attack speed, but it does so much more. Yep, that goes a lot further. And just through that, and instead of having to use the upward slash, just the basic one seems to knock them off course. And I didn't even really need to do that. I could have just... Oh, I actually have to go back under and get the one part here activated. So, there we go. That's all I need to do. And there's a spirit well right there. The spirit wells restore your health and spirit back up to full. Man, they have some cool doors here. Nobody's kicking through those things. Back up we go. And one-shotted. The light from the wells runs all through Niwen. It joins, it heals. Good to know. And the wells are places that you can warp to instantly. So now that we have that, we just go a little bit further, and this is where we encounter the first boss. So my hammer's going to make short work of you, buddy. Damage per hit. Oops. I may have spoken too soon. Regenerate. I don't like that it seems to be turning around so quick. Okay. So it's almost toast. And I have made a few little mistakes along this fight. It seems that I'm accidentally dashing instead of just attacking. There we go. I think I was accidentally hitting forward when I was attacking, which does like a dash attack instead of just attack. Alright, so he's down now. And up we go. Thanks for the rope, you guys, even though you came pretty late. So the Spirit Smash now breaks many of these things. So now you don't have to wait for those guys. There we go. Knocked him onto the spikes there. Good. And just stay away so when he explodes, it doesn't hurt. And down we go. So now we come across yet another spirit tree. And this is the one that has Bash. So Bash is just insanely useful. Hold LB to do Bash, and there we go. And yeah, it's basically like your parry in this game. So we have our spirit energy, and it essentially resets the double jump too. Ouch. There we go. And make sure I go up here. And what does this lever do? This lever opens up that door. I forget what is on that side. I don't know. I don't remember if I have to go through that door or not. Alright, so, yep, this has a few little secrets here. And we can go up. That kind of threw me off. Alright, so another life cell. That's what I wanted from down here. Life cell fragment. So we're at 5 bars now. There's something down here, I think. I can't remember what. Okay, so these guys are the shockwave ones. There we go. Took you out pretty easily. The hammer is such a powerful weapon. Alright, so this is... Okay, this is leads to the Morrowind Caves. And there's something else down here. There it is. Alright, so this is where I get the Splinter. So, I think that's actually a much better option than the Quicksilver. And probably better than Reckless. So, we're going to remove Reckless and put in Splinter. So now when we fire... Whoops. We can shoot 3 arrows. There we go. Alright, so we're already shaping up to be pretty powerful, and we haven't even met Kwolok yet. There we go. Oh, big jump. Sometimes it's a little overpowered. There we go. And boy, Batch is powerful. Oops. There we go. Boy, that big jump is just such a beast. There we go. Actually, I think there's something up here. Yep. Spirit light. So let's get that. Because you can never have too much spirit light. And now we just get up a little bit higher. And another spirit light. Alright, so we are just about at Kwolok's Hollow. So we have our hammer, we have our sentry, we have our super jump, we have dash, we have dash. Ori is already turning out to be a monster. And I remember the first time seeing this, I thought it was another boss fight because, I mean, the last one just came out of nowhere. But once you see this guy, the eyes are just too gentle to think that he'd be really dangerous. So there's Kwolok. And yeah, happy little frog. A spirit in my marsh. So the Moki were right. I wanted to believe, but it has been so long. I am Kwolok, and you are welcome in my marsh, little one. The Moki tell me you seek your friend, and Outward. She fell far to the east. So here you see Ku just all alone again, wandering about, and I like the foggy effect they have here and just the isolation. The silent woods hold her now. So it looks like you have some broken eggs around, dead trees, dead grass, just a really sad looking place. Where the owls are no more. So you can see that many of the owls were petrified by something. Once the waterway behind me led there, but the waters have grown foul and impassable. There is one way, however, the Wellspring to the west. A great waterfall sits silent. Were you to set its wheels in motion, the waters would flow clear once more. I would accompany you, but the Moki need me. I can give you something, however. A fragment of the ancient light that once brightened these wilds. So we have another ally here. That's very similar to the light that accompanied Ori in the first game. May its voice be your guide through this perilous land. I am the voice of the forest. It has been a long time since I last saw your kind. And a long time since I last left the marsh, but I will do my best. The Wellspring needs us. Yes, go to the Wellspring and teach its waters to flow again. So now we have another track all the way to the Wellspring. Alright, so that's it for that. Voice of the Forest. Your maximum energy and health have increased. And the Guardian of the Marsh is finished as well. But now we have a new quest, the Silent Teeth. The Wellspring Mill sits silent, its great gears unmoving. Go fix what ails it, that the waters might flow once more. Okay, so behind Kwolok there is where the Moki are waiting. And they're like little children, really. The waters here are dark, we cannot fish, we cannot swim. Bad water, sad water. The mill sits quiet. That is why the waters are so still. So they really are like children in this game, just they're kind of afraid of many things. They are unwilling to do things for themselves. And let's see here. So we're gonna end at the part that kind of leads to the next area. Alright, so the Moki now open up the way for us. So they pull just another lever, and that opens up the door, and that leads to the village. So that's where we're going to end the game. So we're just almost there. So we just have to get up that way. There we go. And we haven't... can we actually reach that? Yep, we can. There we go. So we got the spirit lights. And this is the Moki that... You are not a Moki, I can tell. Your ears are too floppy. I notice things. Like this map I found. I would give it to Lupo, the map maker, but he has enough maps. It should go to the one who wanders. I hear he used to love maps. Maybe he would love this one. Could you give it to him? I saw him up in Wellspring Glades. So, we're given a map, and we give that to Twalin soon. So, that's basically it. So, Hand to Hand is a quest that basically continues on through the rest of the game. In every area, there's somebody that needs an item, and if you go in a specific order, you can take care of it all without backtracking. But I think that's where I'm going to end this video. So like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I think I've shaken off the rust for this game. But until then, I'll have the next one up soon. Have a good day, all.